begin. In the last class we covered the components of MIS, right? So we'll just quickly revise them and then we'll move on. Okay. So the components of MIS are made up of 5 major components, right? We did study the 5 major components. First one was people, where we saw that the user or the person who inputs the data or information into the software is the end user, okay, and is one of the most important aspect of the MIS. Okay. Then business procedures, they involve the process of how the data has to be input, what are the information that is required to be put inside each of the questions or each of the boxes. Okay. If you have seen, when you give a feedback or fill a form online, there are various boxes that have to be filled. Okay. So there's a specific process or there's a specific information that has to be entered in specific boxes. Okay. Then next is data. Data involves recording of data involves recording of day-to-day transactions. This is the information that is fed into the system. Okay. Next was the hardware. So hardware involves the physical aspect of the computers, the devices that help us run the system, and the last one was software. The software is a set of instructions fed into the computer in order for the hardware to function, okay, in a specific way. And we also saw that there are 2 types of softwares. One is a system software and the other one is an application software. Okay. So now moving on the functions of MIS. Now I just quickly want to ask, does everyone understand till now what we have covered in MIS? This is a very new syllabus, but these things are very simple. The points are very simple, and if you just try to relate it as I give the examples to you, you'll be able to understand. So in case you do not understand or you have a doubt, please ask me immediately, or later on also you can mail it to me in case of any questions. Okay. Alright. So starting with the functions of MIS. The first function is data capturing. Okay. Data capturing, MIS captures data from various internal and external sources of an organization. Okay. Data capturing may be manual or through computer terminals. End users typically record data about transactions on some physical medium such as paper form, or enter it directly into a computer system. I think we already covered the functions also. Did we? I'm not sure. I don't remember. It's been so many days. Okay, so I'll quickly revise and then we'll move on. Okay. So data capturing was that first function of MIS is that MIS is responsible for collecting or capturing of data. Okay, the collection of data can include manual procedures, and it can also include technical aspects, like we can collect the information or data through like computerized forms or emails or links provided. Okay, one second. Then second one is processing of the data. Once we have collected the data, we then process the data and convert it into meaningful information. Okay, so processed data is information. Then next is storage of information. Once we have stored the information, processed the data and converted it into information, we have to store it properly. Now, storing of data can involve storing it in a single file. It can include storing it in various separate files by organizing it according to various heads. Okay, we also organize it internally by dividing it into rows and columns. Then next is retrieval of information. So once we have stored it, we can also retrieve that information later on when we need it. Okay, retrieving means accessing. Then dissemination of information. What is dissemination? Sharing. Okay, so periodically this information that is stored and processed is shared with people who actually need it or require it for different things, like they can need it for taking decisions, designing future strategies, etc. All right. Next, now we move on to roles of MIS. Okay, so what are the roles that MIS plays? Now, there are 5 roles basically that have been designed for MIS. So as you can see, first one is decision making, coordination, comparison of performance, finding out problems and strategies. Okay, now we'll discuss about them. So a management information system plays an important role in business organization. Okay, what is the role that they play? First is decision making. The most important role that it plays is it helps in decision making. We have already discussed that to take decisions or to make business choices, every business needs information or past records of what has been already done in the organization, and based on those steps that had been taken, we move on or we take future decisions. Okay, so decision making, MIS plays a significant role in the decision making process of any organization. In any organization, a decision is made on the basis of relevant information which can be retrieved from the MIS. Okay, so regarding decision making, organizations need relevant information which can be used when we want to take decisions in the future, or maybe take this decisions for day-to-day activities. Okay, maybe it may be a huge decision or a small decision, but every decision requires information in order to process it. Next is coordination among the department. MIS satisfy multiple needs of an organization across the different functional departments. Now, coordination is a step or is a process where all the departments in the organization need to be connected to each other. They need to be they need to be updated about each other's activities, about each other's decisions. For example, I think we already discussed coordination, but I'll just quickly give you an example. For example, if I want to take a decision, if I'm working in an organization, I'm part of the marketing or I'm part of the, say, design facility or maybe the production department, I need to know what are the decisions that have been taken by the finance department or by the strategic department, okay, or by the marketing department. That will help me to design my future strategies. Okay, it will help me to be in at hand in hand with the other departments. Maybe the finance department lowered the budget. Maybe it was 1 lakh in the past, and then they suddenly changed it because of some kind of money crunch. They decided to cut down the the budget by half. So now I only have 50,000 rupees to work with or for production. If I did not coordinate with the finance department, I will be at a loss of 50,000 because there is no money available for further production. So I have to be in coordination, or I have to be updated with the decisions and the activities going on in the different departments of the organization. Okay, so coordination is important, and MIS provides that coordination. All the things that are being done in the organization are updated in the MIS, and through the MIS all the departments in the organization can see or be updated regarding all these things. Okay, next is finding out problems. As we know that MIS provides relevant information about every aspect or activity. Hence, if any mistake is made by the management, then MIS information will help in finding out the solution of the problem. Okay, so MIS also helps, it also has a function to find out what are the problems that are happening in the organization and to solve them. Okay, so in order to get rid of problems, we first need to know what the problems are. Okay, so MIS helps us in that. Hence, if any mistake is made by the management, then MIS information will help in finding out the solution to that problem. MIS also provides, as it is a computerized software, it helps provide simulated scenarios in which we can like a simulator when people are practicing for flying, or even if you have learned to drive from this Maruti driving school, they have this simulator. It is a machine in which you can sit, and it makes you feel as if you are in a real car and you are driving. Okay, so it creates an artificial situation similar to the actual situation, in which you can take the decisions, and if there are any mistakes, you can rectify them. So MIS also plays a similar role in finding out the problems, and in case we have already made a problem or we are encountering a problem, it helps us in solving them. Okay, then comparison of business performance. So a huge part of business activity is to compare or be updated or be ahead of all the competitors. MIS stores all past data and information in the database. That's why the management information system is very useful to compare business organization performance. Okay, so as we already have all the data of past decisions that have been taken in our organization as well as in other competitors' organizations also, so we can compare the outcomes, or we can compare the results of every decision, and in future, if we take some decision that we have already taken in past, we can keep in mind that what were the problems or what were the things that went wrong in that decision, and we can rectify them. Okay, so we can compare our business performance, our current business performance from our past business performance, and we can also compare our business performance to other competitors or other industries. Okay, last point is strategies for an organization. Today, each business is running in a competitive market, and MIS supports the organization to evolve appropriate strategies for the business to ascend in a competitive environment. Okay, so strategies can be designed. The most important purpose of any MIS is to help us in designing the strategies. As we said, it was decision making. So decisions have to be taken in order to design these strategies. First, the strategies are designed, and only after that, decisions are taken. And these strategies are designed with a view to keep in mind that we stay ahead of the competitor. We have competitive advantage in the market. We get the maximum market share. Okay. So MIS helps us in getting all the information that is required for designing such strategies for the organization. Okay. So these are the roles of MIS. So I think that will be all for today. In the next class we will cover